Hello everyone, this is Debayan and welcome to another video of MBA Talks. This is the third part of the series on category management. In my previous two videos, I talked about category management, what is category management, what are the 8 steps of category management according to Brian Harris. In my second video, I talked about what are the 5 best practices in category management, and in this video, I will be talking about what are the 5 challenges a category manager faces and ways to mitigate them. So if you are a category manager or are looking for a career in category management or are simply interested in the topic of category management, do watch this video till the end to know what are the challenges that you may have to face and the ways in which a category manager should mitigate them. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with the video. To make this video, I have read a tons of articles to come up with a comprehensive article and a comprehensive series of videos for you so that you don't have to go to many places to solve your doubts. So if you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe as it gives me a boost to come up with more and more marketing related videos for you. So a category manager has to face a lot of challenges on their day-to-day activities. The biggest challenge comes from people. Under people, the challenge comes from primarily 3 places. The first challenge comes from not having enough skilled workforce to carry on the day-to-day category activities. The gap between the required skill set and the available skill set becomes a challenge. To mitigate this challenge, you can emphasize on training and development in your companies. The only way you can reduce the skill gap is by training more and more employees with the changing technology, with the changing methods, so that the work that you require from them is delivered without any problem. The second set of problem you may face is from your stakeholders. Stakeholders have little or no idea about procuring department's work, and this proves a bane for the category. Procurement should happen with the consent and knowledge of the stakeholders. Supplier relationship has to be built with company stakeholders, and you can only only move forward with your category if this relationship is well established. Now, to mitigate this, you need to update the activities of your category to the stakeholders and keep them in loop whenever any decision is being made. The third problem you will face from the people's end is from the upper management. At times, your management may not be interested in the category you manage or the changes you suggest. Upper management may have no idea about the micro level challenges you face on a day-to-day basis. But because upper management needs to be involved during change, they need to empathize with you and your category and take active participation in the decision making. To mitigate this challenge, again, you need to communicate all the challenges, all the activities of your category to your management so that they stay abreast of the happenings in your category. Doing so will ensure that whenever a problem arises, whenever the need for change arises, they won't have to go through the entire process, the entire knowledge, learning about the entire working of your category from zero. They will already be updated with the knowledge because you have already updated them on a regular basis. So this will ease your problem during change. This will ease your problem in expressing your concern and getting your concerns resolved from the upper management. The fourth problem you will be facing as a category manager is during information collection. As data collection and analysis becomes the core of any decision making, the quality of data that you rely on becomes paramount. In my previous video also I discussed that one of the best practices is to have a good quality data. Now, getting a good quality data thus becomes a challenge. Each category has hundreds of SKUs and each SKU needs to deal with tens of variables. So that amounts to thousands of variables that you need to handle on a daily or weekly basis. Collecting data, analyzing data, scanning the data for their quality becomes a tedious task. To mitigate these challenges, the data collection and presentation has to be comprehensive. The data that can benefit the decision-making process only has to be taken into consideration. Like if you want to judge supplier performance, only the supplier end of the data has to be considered, analyzed and rectified for any biases, any anomaly, and then the results has to be taken into consideration instead of focusing on the entire gamut of data. The same goes when you are judging the performance of a particular retailer. The retailer side of the variables has to be taken into consideration. In this way, you will significantly reduce the number of variables, you will significantly reduce the amount of data you are dealing with for a particular decision. The fifth problem that a category manager has to face is lack of time. Category managers need to deal with many day-to-day activities that don't leave them with time good enough for planning the future. In such a scenario, updating processes, technological adaptation, making changes gets delayed. The managers are so engrossed with short-term activities that they cannot plan or engage in activities that will benefit them and their category in the long run. To mitigate this challenge, the change has to come from the upper management. They need to understand that the time devoted for a particular short-term activity can be reduced if a little more time is given to change the process, to upgrade to a new technology, to automate something. And thus they have to advise or order or accept that some category manager will be spending a little more time on developing their category, on updating their category instead of their short-term day-to-day activities. They need to trade off between time spent on short-term activities and updating the process so that their time spent on short-term activities in future is reduced, and the category manager and the workers can get involved, can utilize that time in some other activities more profitably. So in this video, you have seen the 5 challenges that a category manager needs to face on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you are a category manager and you have faced these challenges, do let me know that in the comments. And in case there are other challenges that you face, do share your experience in the comments too. Let's have a healthy discussion in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like button and share it with your friends, category manager, and anyone whom you think needs to hear this. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, keep marketing.